come on, sir?
Please.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir.
Please be seated, Shakti.
Thank you, ma'am.
नाम तो बहुत पावरफुल है भाई आपका. You have a powerful name, right? The UP government is trying to, turn around the economy of Eastern Uttar Pradesh. What steps there are being taken for that? You can take any sector or as you want.
If you look at the eastern Uttar Pradesh, it is basically an agricultural economy. In order to take care of the agriculture, the government has taken certain initiatives like development of the agriculture export hubs. It has been developed in Varanasi. The focus has also been on the FPIs, that is the food processing industry. Apart from that, recently the government has also started focusing on building infrastructure in the region through various expressways, etc., to increase the connectivity so as to improve the employment in the region. Apart from that, the third and the major thing is the tourism sector that the government has been focusing on.
Can you elaborate on that, tourism sector?
Ma'am, if we talk about the tourism sector, especially the Uttar Pradesh is known for the spiritual tourism or the religious tourism. Focus has been on development of various corridors. For example, the Kashi Vishwanath corridor was there. Apart from that, recently inauguration of the Ram temple that was there. Allahabad, or Prayagraj, which is known for the Kumbh Mela. There have been investment by the government for the Kumbh Mela that is said to be there in 2025, the Mahakumbh. And there has also been focus on other like Ramayan circuit, Mahabharat circuit, etc. so as to improve the tourism in the region.
What is there for Mahabharat sector in UP?
Sorry, ma'am, it was the Buddhist circuit.
Buddhist circuit and Ramayan circuit.
Ramayan circuit,
right.
Yes.
Do you think, being, the third lowest per capita income out of all states in India, UP is the number third from the lower, growing at the rate of 19% in the state, being second as far as the GDP growth is concerned, 9.4. Now these parameters are there. Do you think we will be able to achieve, UP will be able to achieve the target of 1 trillion economy by 2027? Think about it and give me a critical answer.
And if we talk about if it is possible, we can say definitely yes, because there are the raw materials that are required, or we can say the conditions that are required, that is feasible in the state. Though this, like for example, if you talk, there is a labor, huge availability of labor, skilled, semi-skilled, unskilled, all kind of. Apart from that, government has been improving the infrastructure, the MSME, startup ecosystem, tourism, etc. All the three sector holds huge potential. However, we can say that it is a bit over-ambitious target. It may take some more time. However, denying completely that it is not possible, I will not say that.
No, I didn't ask you. I said that give me a critical view. So, if we cannot complete this target by 2027, what would be the next realistic target, please?
From 2030 to 2032 could be, I think, a better target for achieving the $1 trillion economy for Uttar Pradesh.
Right. Let's go to the interim budget. What is there for women?
So women were one of the major focus area out of the 4 this year in the budget. One that I can remember right now was the focus on the self-help groups, the concept of Lakpati Didi that has been brought to increase the employability and the financial independence of the women. Apart from that, I'm not able to recall.
No problems. What is there for the girl child?
Ma'am, in the current budget? Sorry, ma'am, I'm not able to recall.
Did you hear about the cervical cancer vaccine?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
It's a preventive measure which will really, because 1/3 of the women population is suffering with cervical cancer. That I think is a very preventive health is one of the issues where we have been lacking.
Yes.
Now let's talk about logistic cost.
Yes.
What is the logistic cost of India? What has been done in this domain?
Ma'am, the exact figure for the logistic cost?
In terms of percentage, I am not asking you. How can you quantify? In terms of percentage, how much was the logistic cost, where we have reached, and what do we intend to do?
Sorry, ma'am, I need to read on that.
There's a commission for that. Are you aware of that? No.
No, ma'am, I need to read on that.
Okay. Let's talk about PLI then. Are you comfortable with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what is PLI and how it is going to help us.
The production link incentive scheme that has been brought by the government, it is basically to streamline the processing, especially for the electronic and the semiconductor sector in the country, so as to decrease the import dependence, and second is to increase the employability or employment of the huge population that India has.
Only we are talking about electronics and semiconductor. What are the other sectors which are covered in the PLI scheme?
They have been focused also on the renewable energy sector, the solar power panels, etc. has also been covered. So there are different sectors which are basically forerunners in the manufacturing, have been targeted through this. Some 10 important sectors, as far as I can remember, have been covered under the PLI scheme.
What is Gati Shakti?
The Gati Shakti scheme basically focuses there on the infrastructural development, so as to enhance the ease of doing business in the country, and also the focus is there to increase the connectivity so that we can have a balanced economic growth in the region.
How do we monitor Gati Shakti programs? What is the basic, how do we function there? The modus operandi.
Sorry, ma'am, I need to read about that.
Okay, all right. My colleagues will interact with you.